Okay, so I'm not entirely happy with the way that this bin is going. This is my red regular bin. So I'm going to change what I feed them. And I'm also going to be giving them some more compost instead of just food scraps, so that it'll allow them to get more of the brown stuff, because some of the stuff takes a long time for them to break down. Okay, so I got a bit of sifted compost here, and what I have done now is I got a few more worms which are sitting in there. So we're going to take them out. They look a bit gooey. They don't look like they've had much food lately. Let's see. Just gonna tip them out. You see there. Just get rid of them. Look at that. That's pretty cool. There's some more in here. Come on, girls, out you come. What's in here? Have to get the fingers mucky. This is very wet. This thing doesn't have any drainage holes in. That's a bit of a scary one. So I'm getting conflicting reports on YouTube about what's the right way to do it. Some people do them without any holes at the bottom and they don't have any runoff, and some people say the runoff is not worm tea, it's actually just leachate, and that the real worm tea comes from the castings. And then other people just feed their worms in a tray, no holes at the bottom, and they just give them a bit of water and a bit of a dried food mixture, or fruit and vegetables, whatever, and they don't get all soggy like this. These guys have definitely got very soggy. So let's take you in for a look. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to level them out a little bit. There's quite a few, gosh, it's quite soggy and disgusting in there. And I'll just throw in a bit of compost on top of them to keep them covered, and to add a bit of organic matter for them. And let's see how it goes. Now I'm actually going to change the place where I put them, because I'm not liking the fact that they're in the garage, because there's a lot of dust in the garage from Richard's work and stuff like that. So I'm going to put them in my greenhouse. You guys, in you go. And hopefully that'll be a better environment for him, less noise. And we'll see how it goes. Where is that box? In the meantime, until I've got my larvae farm going, I have got them dried mealworms. They are dried. They're just sliding because I've got the bowl at the side. And you get them at any sort of pet store. They absolutely love them. As you can see that they're still pecking away at the last lot that I gave them. Okay girls, fresh water. Oh, you guys are nailing your food. Right, so that amount of food normally lasts them about a week. Sometimes a little bit less. The bigger they get, the more they start eating. There you go. Some nice fresh food. Right, out the way, Sydney. You can't come out. There's quite a breeze blowing, and it's a coolish breeze, and it definitely smells like rain. It'll be very interesting to see if I'm right. Okay, so here is the finished fly box. Obviously, there won't be any larvae in it yet. I have started throwing in some food to see if it will attract them, particularly pineapple is what attracts them. Now the interesting thing is, to jumpstart this, I found a company in South Africa called Insecco, I think. I'll link to it in the bottom. And what they do is, they're a South African company that deal in black soldier flies, and they will ship the larvae out to people, and people normally buy the larvae for their chickens or their fish or whatever. But when I phoned him and spoke to him, I said to him, no, I actually want to breed them myself. So he said, one of the challenges, of course, and I know that, is that it's very difficult to breed them, and how would I feel about receiving a pack of eggs? So I thought, well, that's brilliant, because it's probably, I think to get the larvae themselves was like something like 1,000 rand for a kilo, and to get a whole big pile of eggs is only 200 rand. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, garden's coming on very nicely. You can see the trees are really starting to blossom now. Leaves are happening, blossoms are happening. I need to do some research. I'm not sure if I'll get any actual fruit in the first year. Maybe I will, because these are established trees. Not huge, but they're not seedlings. So we'll see. As you can see, some weeding was done. Just need to pull it out a bit. And these onions have suddenly taken off. You know, every time I look out my bedroom window, I take a look at these beds, and there's definite growth happening. Beetroot's a bit sporadic. Carrots are definitely coming on now. This is this lot over here, and the Chinese cabbage and cabbages are coming on very nicely. Still nothing as far as the melons and that are concerned. There might be a germination there. They take a while. I might have made a mistake planting them directly. Over here is my cucumber. I'm trying to see what that turns out to be like. Unlike my last fiasco where they turned out to be these rhino cucumbers or something. Okay, so that's all that. Garden's coming on, quite a bit of work still to do. I want to put some mulch down here. And I planted ginger and turmeric here. Nothing yet. Oh no, that could be. That's a little ginger plant coming up there. Anyway, today's project, apart from hounding the dogs chasing the cat, is to sort out my seed box, and I'll show you that all just now. So this is what my seed box looks like currently. And as you can see, last night it fell. So now it's a complete mess, and now I've got to restart it. So this morning when I was out at the shops at Westpac, I came across this thing. They had a slightly smaller one, but I figured, knowing myself, I should probably get the bigger one. So what I'm going to do now is sort out all my seeds into, I'm not quite sure what kind of section, but I suppose things like carrots and beans and the more popular ones will go into their own section. So that is beans, and that's a big chunky one. So, and it looks like I could put 2 lots in there, which is really cool. These are the mixture ones. I'll go through those just now. What have we got here? Cauliflower. So I think what I'll do, things like cauliflower, broccoli and cabbage I'll put together. Leeks. Oh yes. Nuggets, do you mind? How rude! Off the table! Off, off, off. Good boy. It works, and at least it's a little bit neater than having them all flapping around in that box. So I'm very pleased with that. And on that note, I'm going to say goodnight and start doing some more reading.